The Interfaith Hospitality Network brings faith communities together to help homeless families regain their housing, their independence, and their dignity.
And within that framework, the Family Promise Program offers support to a range of ongoing services. And joining us now from the new Family Promise Program in Effingham County, we have Vaught and Brian Dickey. Welcome.
Good morning for having us.
You said the program itself is about 25 years old. You were telling me that, but this is new to your area. And it's many churches involved, or explain how the organization works.
Well, Family Promise is a way for the faith-based community to come together to help the homeless children of our community. What it is currently we have 14 churches that are involved as host congregation churches. They've agreed to house these families a week at a time, 4 times through the year, so that they have a place to stay. So it gives them a shelter, and it also exposes them to our faith-based congregations throughout the county.
For a week, and they rotate.
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
And it's great to see all these congregations coming together for one common
Right.
Right.
Originally, when it started 25 years ago, it's interfaith, meaning a lot of faiths coming together to help their common man.
So, a week at a time,
yes,
with families, or sometimes not entire families, just children?
Well, we take any homeless children with the family, and that family can be a number of different things.
Okay.
You know, you could have a solo or a single mother, a single father. You could have a married mother and father. You could have grandparents. Really, any combination of family, and the family has changed so much, especially in modern times. We're welcoming those homeless children in whatever their families look like. We have our open doors to these families because our goal is to minister to these families regardless of what that family looks like.
And some of the numbers that you provided are pretty shocking. 40% of the homeless population are families, and 1 in 4 of the people in shelters are children.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't think people appreciate just how many families and children are in that situation.
They don't, and what's awesome about Family Promise is it's about keeping the family together. If you have a mother who has 3 children, and one of those children is a young man the age of 12, and they enter a shelter, that young man who is 12 years old has to go to the men's shelter.
Right.
So as a parent myself and a grandparent, you know, there is no way that I could allow my son to go into that situation. And so that's why we find a lot of families, you know, still on the streets because they want to keep their family together.
So when you host them this way, then you can offer them the services. It's much easier when they're together like this. And are they hosted in people's homes? Is that how?
They're actually hosted in the churches.
In the churches.
So we have a day center, and the day center provides the laundering services, shower services, and the things that the families will need throughout the day that the churches won't provide. But our churches have been gracious enough to open their doors, and they actually have the families stay at night with volunteers from Family Promise staying with them. They dedicate 4 areas for up to 4 families, so each family has their own area, and it's treated as their home. So through the week, that church leaves that room or that area for the family and treats it as their personal area. So they have a place to stay for the week that they can call their own. And that church feeds the families dinner at night. They feed them breakfast in the morning, and then they pack them a lunch for the next day. So they're taking care of shelter over their head. They're also taken care of with food, and then we also reach out to the other social services in our county if they need clothing or any other issue that they need to deal with. We will partner with our other social services in the county.
This is a big step forward for Effingham to have its own chapter of Family Promise.
Yes, it is.
So what do you need from people at this point?
That's my department. We need additional funds to get our doors open. We are set to open our doors May 1st of this year, and it's going to take the funding to do this. Even though our churches have come alongside of us, we still need the money for transportation, which our school system has graciously donated a bus to us. We need that bus. We need it cleaned, we need it painted, and we need a few minor repairs done to it. So that's one area that the community could help us in. The other area is that our community has stepped up and donated us a day center, which will be used for the families during the day. That day center needs some renovations done to it as well to accommodate the families, because they will be showering and everything at that facility and not at the churches. March 22nd, we have a great way that the community can come together, and that's with a bed race, something that our community has not had in the past. That's, one of the fundraisers that we have coming up.
Well, it sounds like the community is already embracing you with some of the donations. So now we need volunteers and also monetary contributions to make this all work, to meet your deadline. Go to WTOC.com, please, so that we can link you to the information. If you just have some hours to donate, that would be great. If you can help in other ways, that would be great as well. And it is called Family Promise of Effingham County.
Yes.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Savannah Center's in concert.